Tanse Lida Omania Olivia, Sipisik Ochinia Driftpile Cree Nation, and Slave Lake. So I said, hi, I am Olivia. I am from Driftpile Cree Nation and I live in Slave Lake. I'm a new Indigenous education coach this year I work out of Roland Michener and Lakeside Outreach in Slave Lake. And so that's typically grade 7s to grade 12. So getting to work with the kindergartens to grade 6s is such a treat. It's a very great honor and opportunity for you to have me here and sharing a story and my teachings, what I know on honorable harvesting and respecting Mother Earth and only taking what we need. So I am going to be sharing a story called When We Are Kind by Monique Grace Smith. And this story talks about being kind to everyone and how good we feel when we are kind to people, and that when we're kind to others, they're kind in return. So it comes back full circle. So I'll go ahead and start reading. When we are kind. I am kind when I help my family. I am kind when I share with my friends. I am kind when I take my dogs for an extra long walk. I am kind when I help my neighbor. I am kind when I bring food to my elders. I am kind when I only take from the earth what I need. I am kind when I take care of myself and get a good night's sleep. I feel joy when my family and I are kind. I feel happy when my friend is kind to me. I feel comforted when my cat is kind to me. I feel loved when my elders are kind to me. I feel grateful when the earth is kind to me. I feel respectful when I am kind to myself. When we are kind, we remember we are all related. So because this is a recording, I would ask that you give the students some time to maybe just write down or share what kindness means to them, even if it's at the end of the presentation. So I am not sure if any of you are familiar with the Wahkotuan teachings, but simply put, I guess, Wahkotuan is how everything is connected, that interconnectedness helps each other for the better good, and that respectful relationship, love. And that's a part of honorable harvesting. Today, I just want to also acknowledge that I'm only going to be able to share with you all what I know and have been taught, as I'm fairly still new to this, and I don't know it all. It's a lifelong learning journey for all of us. And It's an honor to also at the same time get to learn alongside all of you. And I'm very grateful to share what I do know. So I'll start off by saying that Mother Earth has given us 4 elements. So Iskotu, Nipi, Aski, and Jotun. So that is fire, water, earth, and wind, or air. And we need these 4 elements that Mother Earth houses for us to survive. So it's important to keep her healthy and so that we can have that balanced and connected of elements and in our ecosystems as well. It's all connected. Because without the sun, we would be so cold. Without water, we wouldn't, nothing would be able to grow. Without the air, we wouldn't be able to breathe. And without the earth, we wouldn't have a space to house the 2-legged, the flying, or the 4-legged. So that's humans, the animals, and the plants even. We would have nowhere to live. When I think about honorable harvesting, I do remind myself of the Hokosuin teachings of being interconnected or related and being just related to everything on the earth. Everything has a spirit. So it's that balance of needing that relationship, I feel like, for everything to survive and be better. We all need to help each other. That's a part of the responsibilities in Wikotuin. So we need to treat everything like it's family, like it's our family. We need to respect and take care of each other, and Mother Earth. Because what we do to Mother Earth, she's going to do to us, unfortunately, either way in return, whether it be good or bad. So it is important to treat her well so that she can continue to provide that healthy earth for us. In that story I shared with you, When We Are Kind, this one, the child only took as many berries as she needed. And later on, when she did her garden, she planted the seeds, she took care of those plants, and those nutrients went into Mother Earth and helped her be healthy. So in return, Mother Earth provided her with a full garden and food for that fall to eat and share with her elders. See, right? We only take what we need. And in return, the earth was kind to her and provided her. So you can really feel and see that respective connection of being kind with one another, living or what you might perceive as non-living. When I go out on the land, I was shared some protocols, and like I said, I do not know it all, but the protocols that I was taught when I'm out on the land is, especially for hunting or picking medicines, is that we ask permission to take and use what we're asking for. And we offer Mother Earth tobacco when we do that. So this is a little package that I had put together for an elder, but I'll show you what the tobacco on the inside looks like. My lighting is not the greatest, but there's some dried tobacco. I think I need to update that. So when I go out on the land, I say thank you to Mother Earth, and I just pray that she guides me in my journeys and what I'm searching for, and hopefully the right time, or in that right time, she'll be able to help provide and talk to the spirits so that I can have that successful harvest. It's offering tobacco. It's a sign of respect and understanding of that healthy relationship between myself and Mother Earth or the land and the spirit animals and everything that's there. And I previously did have a student ask how I know when is the right time to collect my harvest, or how do I just know if it's right or not? And I know in my tummy just kind of tells me no. I just don't feel right in that moment that it's going to happen, or I just don't come across what I'm searching for. And if the time is right, everything will just connect, and it'll be like a special moment. It's something that it was just meant to happen. I asked and I received, and I just take a moment to be grateful for that. Yeah. So, and then another thing was that when we go out hunting, sometimes we only hunt certain animals, or specifically only male animals, because females will carry the babies and the males can populate in certain areas and take over. And yeah, so the females will carry the babies and can repopulate so our animal friends don't go extinct. And it does in our story, going back to our story, the child mentioned sharing the food with the elders and her family, and how good that made her feel. That is a part of our protocol. That is a part of honorable harvesting. We share. So being mindful and respectful to make sure that whatever we're taking from Mother Earth, we give our thanks, and we make sure to share and make sure to leave some behind for others, so that the animals can have some, so that other people can have some. We share. That's a really important part. I don't know. Some might remember when the pandemic hit and everybody bought out all the toilet paper and all the hand sanitizer and all the masks, and not leaving enough behind for others that didn't have those things. So there was some really good people that gathered some of their personal belongings that they gifted and shared, and so that people could all be safe in those moments during those really, really hard and scary times. But it's similar in our culture. We share. We don't take it all for ourselves, and we take what we need and only what we need, and we share what we have with the loved ones for the better good, so that everybody can survive. Another part of honorable harvesting is planting. I think taking into consideration planting certain things that'll keep our bees pollinating and our butterflies fluttering, and some birds do that as well. So it's I don't know if any of your grandparents or your parents or aunties and uncles, if they have flower beds or big gardens, but I know that those things can help those bugs and the birds that we might not see all the time. And it's really important. And in our, like, even for people, my mom might have a big garden, and her garden might be growing a lot of carrots that year. And my garden, I only might have carrot or potatoes. So in the end, we would switch and we would share, we would half it with each other, so that we would have equal amounts to have good, healthy nutrition through our fall and winter months, as long as they last. So yeah, and going back to the bees, it's just really important that we protect those guys, because they help with our plants a lot. Bees will use a dandelion nectar to help pollinate in the spring, and some people think that dandelions are weeds, and actually they can be really beneficial to us, and not just the bugs, but to us as humans. But we have to be really careful, because sometimes people spray not very good chemicals on those flowers, and it kills them off, so they stop growing. And then that chemical gets into our soils and it gets into our waters, and then we're ingesting that. So we have to be careful about what we're putting on the earth. There are healthy ways to take care of those things, but we want to be mindful. That's part of our honorable harvesting, and taking what we need. Those plants aren't harming anybody. Honorable harvesting can be just letting those dandelions grow, and yeah, again, giving Mother Earth those nutrients that she needs to survive. And we have like our apple trees. In the fall, you might see some deer coming and nipping and eating at those apples, or the bears might come. I know my mom has a bear every fall that seems to come and eat all of the apples on her apple tree. And at the same time that we might be frustrated that our apples are being eaten, we're also enjoying and embracing that moment that that bear is getting to eat before he goes to rest for the winter. And that is a part of honorable harvesting. That's a part of sharing and respect with our four-legged friends. It's also taking care, and I've mentioned that, taking care of the land and being kind to all beings, and that's being kind to those other four-legged beings and our flying friends. Even the rocks have spirit and purpose here for us on Earth. In the story that I shared, when we are kind, the child, she talks about being kind to her friends and being kind to her pets, taking taking care of her elders, feeding them, and in return, all of them took care of her. And that made her feel so loved and respected. It's Wokotowin, it's honor, it's respect. It came full circle because she was kind, they were kind. And we need to keep that in our hearts because Mother Earth will do the same thing for us. Some of you might be hunters. Some of you might be like to go on big quad trips or dirt bikers, or maybe you like to go on nature walks, hiking, picking berries maybe. So I just would say that next time that you're doing those things you really love, take a minute and just say thank you, Tasky. Say thank you, Mother Earth, for providing me with this space, and just honor that land, that open area that she's given you to just fill your wellness cups and reconnect. And while you're out, there's some things that you can do to keep Mother Earth safe and healthy. And when you're walking on those trails or you're out quadding and you see garbage, pick them up. Be honest. That's part of our sacred grandfather teaching. Be honest. Pick that garbage up. Use your courage to stand up in front of a group of people and say, "There's garbage. I'm going to go pick it up." And use your heart. That relationship with Earth, that you're showing her you love her, and it's just good. It's good to take care of our Earth. When we go to pick the berries in the summer months, leave some for the animals. We don't need to take all of them. Leave some for the animals, leave some for other people that are going to pick berries, because if we pick them all, they'll go fast and we won't have any more to pick. And when you're at home and you're brushing your teeth, you can rinse your toothbrush and then brush, turn your water off, brush, and then turn your water back on to rinse. It's just those little things that can, in the long run, make a huge difference. And sharing what we gather with the people we love. I would say that's the part of honorable harvesting and being kind that we share. All of you young children are our future. And with that, we want you to have a safe space to grow up, and all the kids coming up behind you, growing up that are younger than you, these next generations. So it's really important that we take care of Mother Earth. And if we take care of Mother Earth and we do all of these little things, because there really are not that big of things, but if we can start off by doing the little things, over time, we can start to heal Mother Earth and educating ourselves in how we can take care of Mother Earth and protecting our waters and the land and the trees and everything. So I would just like to finish off by saying, Kininaskamitin, friends, and thank you for listening to the story that I shared and letting me be a part of sharing my knowledge on honorable harvesting and only taking what you need and being respectful. Bye.